say that I give you my full support and gratitude for all the hard work and the due diligence you've given to this contentious issue. By enacting this confirmatory amendment, you are maintaining harmony in our community by responding to those who are so adverse to a moratorium. At the same time, you are continuing to show great leadership in protecting the village by clarifying the prohibition against shale gas development. And you are also sending a very clear message to the county and to the governor and to the DEC that the village board will retain its sovereign right to home rule. In December and January, many of us spent the holidays poring over the proposed regulations that the DEC put out for public comment. I was shocked at the giant loopholes they left for the industry to slip through and set up their operations under the pretense of protective regulations. One of many examples that demonstrates why the Village of Oxford must clarify its prohibition against shale gas development appears in section 560.1A of the proposed regulations. This section indicates that the new regulations only apply to high-volume, hydraulically fractured wells that use over 300,000 gallons of water. All other wells would be considered low volume and would be governed by regulations that were written in 1972 for a drilling process that uses about 25% of the water that is used for high-volume wells. This means that wells that are drilled with, let's say, 250,000 gallons of water could have open frac ponds, could have pits for radioactive drill cuttings. They would also be free of the new setback requirements and other environmental protections required of high-volume wells. This is basically an invitation to the industry to use its new intensive technology under the rubric of a 40-year-old regulation. I suspect that we will see an increase of just under 300,000 gallon well permit applications into the DEC if those new regulations are adopted by the state. This example, among many others, makes it patently clear to me that the DEC is incapable of regulating this industry to a safe standard, and that a ban is the only protection a municipality has to safeguard the health and welfare of its residents, the land, its water, and the air. No matter what the DEC, the governor, or county officials say, you know what's in the best interest of the Village of Oxford. Under New York municipal home rule law, town and village governments have independent authority to regulate land use. You will be in good standing. There are 45 other municipalities that have a ban in place. There are 108 that currently have a moratorium in place, and 92 others that are working towards either a moratorium or a ban. Please exercise your sovereign right and responsibility to home rule by clarifying the prohibition against shale gas development in the Village of Oxford. Thank you.